This is Eric Holder again. This is tape two. He is the U.S. Attorney General. Um, Snowden gets no clemency. Um, uh, anyway, criminal background check was required for me to get a Section 8 housing after I'd already lived there, and suddenly all this comes about. I think it's the ones that are requiring this, including the place that I reapplied. Richfield here, it's elderly retirement. I'm 75 years old. I can hardly get around because of what they've done to me. Now then, whether I sound garble or not, I want to, this was put on my Facebook timeline when I first joined Facebook. I knew how true it was, but I want to read it to you. And it's so true. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals, separated from law and justice. He is the worst. Aristotle. How true, because there has been no law to protect me. So I'm going to try to put this here and see if it'll work. I hope it does. I don't know. Let me see. I tried it, and I don't know. Bear with me here. Well, if it does, I swear, there's got to be a better way. Really? Doesn't it? I don't know. I'm going to have to stop it, I suppose. Well, I'm just going to try to hold it up like this and the heck with it. It either works or it doesn't, or it goes off. So here I go. It's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to finish it here. No, I'm not. See, I'm trying to laugh through the crap I'm going through. Excuse me. Now then, the law enforcement, let me say this. I wrote the book about mind control. I was kidnapped and all this, and it's been holy hell. That's all I can say. I try to laugh or I would die. They have controlled my not having jobs, my whereabouts, everything. And if you get into telling that people they don't watch YouTube and MK Ultra and mind control and all that, they want to go on with their lives, and that's what they've done. But their lives, whether I'm alive or dead, will come to a screeching halt, because what I'm telling is already in effect, your New World Order and all that. And the mechanism that they're going to get it all done is the use of mind control. So Snowden just touched the tip of the iceberg. Now then, I showed, I didn't say Eric Snowden, did I? It's Eric Holder, and Edward Snowden is the good man that told the truth. And you get in trouble, as I know, for telling the truth. But anyway, the law control where I would be, if I'd have a place to live or not. So when I did get some money, my jobs were shut down. I was living on the Appalachian Trail, freezing, starving, in front of everybody. I was taken at first by a member of law enforcement to Edinburgh Village Retirement. I got right in. I had a backpack, and that was it. I got right in. And immediately, and I'm going to have to leave out most of it. There's too many tapes already been done, and you can't get it all in. It begins to sound like rambling, so I'll just say that I got there, and the chemicals started, and the maintenance, by the way, that was over the place, and this is elderly retirement. He had a beautiful spread, and I do mean a beautiful spread, home out where I had camped on the Appalachian Trail, up Mountain Pass Road. I had to pass his place every time I went in to get groceries or walk to the post office or anything. So they saw me. They knew over the years everything. I'm there, and I'm getting filled with chemicals and sick, and I stayed 6 months and had to break the lease. And this was already planned. Let me say this. The law enforcement had gained the management, and that was Jennifer Sink, and I'll go ahead and name it. She's still there. And I'm going to go to Richfield because that's the one that I've had to reapply to, as in Edinburgh, because I can't get a place to live. I want to remind you that that's assault with a deadly weapon. I'm allergic to chemicals. I mean, it's a slow death they can cause you when every place you live is there's chemicals poured in it through your air conditioning units, your vents, or they even have come in so many times when I've gone for groceries. It makes me not want to leave my place because I come back and my beds are soaked. And I have to say, since I've been here for a year, they haven't done that to my bedding. Oh, God, please don't let it start. But over the time, I've been soaked. And the only thing I was told by a state trooper from Virginia, since my word is no good, that they run me using chemicals. Well, what if I don't run? I've had to stay, and then I'm accused of breaking the lease, and that's used against me. But in other words, law enforcement, especially FBI, can get stuff on a person, and everybody has something to hide. So you know what I'm talking about. People participated with law enforcement to do things to me which were illegal, assault, conspiracy, everything, and they don't have to pay for the crime. And so I go back to Aristotle. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals, but separated from law and justice, he is the worst. And so that certainly applies. I've had no law. I can't get an attorney. Now I've had to go back to Edinburgh, who gassed me. I'll just make this short. Richfield, the same law person, took me there, as already planned, in '08. Then I went to another, I'm using the Section 8. This happened at Affordable Suites everywhere I lived and paid rent. I was paying to get gassed and murdered, and told if I complained that it's nuts they weren't doing it, prove it. It's like mind control. It's invisible. Not really. You'd have to go behind the scenes and see the law enforcement approaching the management and the owners and gaining their participation because they had something on them or on their kids, or the people, quite frankly, loved it, loved doing it to me. So now I've gone back because I can't get a place to live, and I've always paid my rent on time, etc. And the point I want to make here with the Section 8, this in low income, this is federally funded. So there's certain rules. Well, the rules have been broken all along the way about me, but specifically, a person should not, according to the rules, be denied their application be denied for low-income HUD, especially an elderly person, unless they've committed a felony or they've been evicted and they're still paying on the eviction what they owed, or they haven't paid. Well, that was none of the problems with me. I've paid it. Problems with me. Problems with me stem from the people who are now asking that I've lived at. This is Richfield, asking for a criminal background check. Now then, I lived there, remember, in '08 when the policemen took me there and they gassed me. Now I'm asking to go back, and that's bad enough because they should be locked up. And the same woman is manager there that was when I was there in '08. The same manager is at Edinburgh, Jennifer Sink, as when I was there in '06. And these people should be locked up. Now then, I'm having to reapply, and Joseph's Dream in Bedford was owned by a black minister, Moore and Associates, out of Washington, North Carolina. He owns a whole bunch of these retirement. They're federally funded. And the day I went over there, and the same person took me there, I can't get anything usually unless he takes me. So I end up getting gassed wherever I go. But I could